Like and subscribe on the way in the door, people. Thank you all for tuning in to part 2 of reasons why LeBron James is not top 5. So I left off with he's a front runner. Reason number 4. He's not a great leader. I'm sick of the comparisons between him and Mike in leadership. Let me say this. Here, let me give you guys an example. Let's say you have a company and the company's not doing so well, it's failing, and you hire a new manager to come in and run the company. The manager comes in 2 to 3 years and he leaves. Tell me which manager is better. The manager that comes in, gets the company running, and when he leaves, the company still runs smoothly. Or the manager who comes in, the company's doing pretty well while he's there, but the minute he leaves, it goes back to failing again. Which one was the better manager? Because here's the deal. One of the managers, the manager who leaves and the company still thrives, and obviously I'm comparing this to when Jordan retired the first time, and people want to say how great Scottie Pippen was because he took that team to the conference finals or semifinals. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, they had a good season. And people want to use that as an example of why, the Bulls were just already good and Jordan didn't help that much. But the reality of it is this. Jordan made all those players mentally tough so that they still retained that when he left. That's why they still did well that first season after he left. That's a good leader. Is when you leave, the players have learned something from you that still makes them successful. Another example is the success Steve Kerr has had with the Golden State Warriors. That's what a good leader does. Not come in, the team's pretty good while you're there, and then you leave, the team falls apart. They try to use that as an example of why LeBron is so great. To me, that shows how not great he is. Because if you were that great, you would have imparted something onto those players to hold on to once you left. And let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Because I don't see how anyone could argue with that. And if you're a LeBron supporter, yeah. If you got something respectfully to disagree with that, go ahead. But otherwise, I'm not gonna pay it any mind. Yeah, he's not a great leader. And not to mention, it's just every team he's on, when they do well, he gets all the credit. When they don't do well, it doesn't matter. The caliber of teammates that he has had, from Wade and Bosh to Anthony Davis to Kyrie. When they don't do well, the other teammates take the fall for it. And for those of us who are around to watch Jordan, yes, Jordan got a lot of praise, but no matter what the media said, Jordan always bigged up his teammates, especially Scottie Pippen. Matter of fact, when he first came back from retirement, after the first retirement, and he came back, Jordan is on record saying, "I'm not even the best player on my team. It's Scottie Pippen." I don't think I've ever heard LeBron say something like that about any one of his teammates. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I haven't watched enough LeBron interviews, but any interview he does seem to be very self-centered about himself. I've never heard him really take the time to praise his teammates on a regular basis. I should say that. It might be some one-offs. But anyway, yeah, he's not a good leader. Reason number 5. LeBron can only play one way. You know what I'm sick of hearing, and it only comes from LeBron stans, is, oh, LeBron's bag has gotten deeper the older he's gotten. Miss me with that. I can't tell. Now, to be fair, I'm not going to say some things haven't improved, but he hadn't gotten really good at anything. Like, he got a halfway decent post game, over the last few years, but it's not like he mastered it. Like, you look at Jordan's career, whatever they said he couldn't do, he mastered it. When they said he couldn't play defense, now he's the only guard ranked in the top 5 in steals and blocks. When they said he couldn't shoot, the second half of his career, Jordan was mostly jumpers. I mean, he was a mid-range assassin. So it's like whatever weaknesses Jordan had, he turned them into strengths. And you cannot say that about LeBron James. There is no weakness that he's had over the years that you can say this is now a strong point. Name me something. I mean, for goodness sakes, to me, at the least you can do is shoot 1,000 free throws a day and improve your free throw percentage. Something. But he can only play one way. He's not great playing off the ball, which Jordan, Kobe, Larry Bird, all those guys were masters of that. If Jordan never touched the ball, he could still score 30. Same with Kobe, same with Larry Bird, same with a lot of players. It's like LeBron James just doesn't have, he hadn't worked on rounding out his game. Like, his game has been the same since day one. And if it's not that way, I mean, I feel like at this stage in LeBron's career, he could be much more successful if he had gotten really proficient in playing other ways. I'm not saying he hadn't improved at all, but he has not gotten proficient in anything that he wasn't good at when he came into the league. Prove me wrong. Anyway, we're going to hold up here on this video. Stay tuned for part 3. You all have a good day. All right.